Okay, howdy YouTube, this is Rock, and we're going to be playing another edition of Heroes of the Storm today. We're going to be pulling out Sonya again today. Now we're going to do a little something different with this one. This is my first video of starting a new series that I'm going to call Don't Try This at Home. So basically the premise behind this is that I've looked up Sonya's talent builds on HOTS logs, and I'm going to, in each talent bracket, level bracket, I'm going to choose the least popular choice. And we're going to try to make a build around that. So this is kind of like one of those videos of don't do this. So if anybody in my match happens to see this video, I apologize now, because this build is probably going to be the most disjointed build, and it's really not going to focus on anything. Normally when you do a build, you focus on one particular aspect of the hero, either if it's their trait or their heroic, or one of their normal abilities that you're just boosting. Well, I have a feeling that this is just going to be a little bit of everything that nobody really uses. So if you've never seen Sonya, we're going to go over her abilities here. Her Q ability is Ancient Spear. It throws out a spear that pulls you to the first enemy hit. So once you hit an enemy, it kind of pulls you forward and it deals a little bit of damage, briefly stuns the enemy, and it generates most of your fury. Now, Sonya is one of those characters that don't have a mana pool. Her abilities run off fury. You start with 0 and you have to build it. So this is her main generator of fury. Fury you do get from every basic attack, and every damage you take you get fury, but this is her Q ability. Here is her biggest fury generator of 40. Her W ability is Systemic Slam. Deals damage to the target, and then it actually has a backsplash, so the targets behind them also take a little bit of damage percentage there. Her E ability is her Whirlwind. This is kind of like the ability everybody calls Spin to Win. She does a lot of damage to nearby enemies and heals for 20% of the damage dealt. So this is like one of her big survivabilities. I mean, if you're in a big fight and you're getting close to dying, you do a Whirlwind and you're just going to get some of that damage back. Her trait is her Fury, like I was saying. She uses Fury instead of mana, and she gets this from taking and dealing damage using basic abilities and heroic abilities. So that's how she actually does most of her abilities. Her Q is the only one that doesn't use Fury to activate. So that's something you definitely want to have on hand. Her two heroic abilities, the first one is Leap. So you leap into the air, dealing damage to the nearby enemies and stunning them for 1.5 seconds. So you it's a controllable ability. So you're staying in one spot and you can leap out to a certain distance, stunning the targets. It's a nice engage, if or disengage, if you're really being hammered and you need to get out of there, you can leap to get out of there. And it's a 70-second cooldown, so it's pretty substantial. Her other ability, which I actually like the best, is Wrath of the Berserker. This increases the damage dealt. It reduces any of the silences, stuns, slows, roots, all those kinds of things by 50%, so they don't last as long. And it lasts 15 seconds. But the nice thing is, for every 10 fury you gain, which is from doing damage and taking damage, it extends this by a second. So if you use this at the beginning of a team fight, as long as you keep doing damage, it's just going to keep staying on there. So even though it says it lasts 15 seconds, it can really keep going and going and going, depending on how long the team fight is, how much damage you're doing and taking. Alright, so now I'm going to go over the train wreck of a talent build that I'm going to choose today. Like I said, really, this should not be what you want to do, because it's really just disjointed and has random stuff, really. So on level 1, what I'm going to be going with is Endless Fury. It increases your Fury to 200, your maximum Fury to 200. Your maximum Fury is normally 100. This increases it to 200, so you have twice as much Fury you can hold at any one time. Which seems good. You know, there's definitely better abilities out there. But, you know, having more Fury means you can do more attacks, so we'll see how it goes. At level 4, we're going to go with Mercenary Lord. What this is non-boss mercenaries near your hero deal 50% more damage. Reduces damage taken from minions and mercenaries by 50%. So this means that when you go to take a mercenary camp or a minion or something like that, you're going to take less damage from them. Which means, you know, it's going to be easier for you to take the camps. And if you stick around the mercenaries after they're on your team and they're running through the lane, they will do more damage. Seems like a good ability. You know, if you're going to focus on taking camps, it's a good ability. They do more damage and you take less damage while you're taking them and from minions. So level 7, we're going to go with Composite Spear. It increases the range of your Ancient Spear by 30%. That's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing, but it is the least chosen out of all of these abilities. Just means that your spear shoots a little further. Alright, level 10, we're going to go with Leap. Obviously, like I said, I like Wrath of the Berserker, which most people do. But we're going to try out Leap. Leap into the air, dealing damage, stunning the enemies. It could be useful. We're going to see how this goes. Alright, at 13, we're going to be going with Aftershock. Aftershock, it increases or reduces the Fury cost by 50% for 2 damage. Whenever you're using the Seismic Slam. So yeah, it reduces the cost of your of the ability for 2 seconds. Not bad. On level 16, we're going to be going with Imposing Presence. Enemies that attack you have their attack speed slowed by 40%. That's not a bad thing either. You know, all these abilities are okay, but they're just not something that you normally all take together. So it slows anybody attacks you, slows their attack by 40%. So in turn, they attack slower, you take less damage, you can survive longer. It could work. And then at level 20, the least that's normally chosen is Anger Management, but because we're not choosing that heroic, we're not going to be able to pick this one. So the next one up is the Crater. Leap leaves behind an impassable crater for 5 seconds. Now that could be used very effectively. You know, in a team fight, you're trying to run away, blocking somebody. You know, if somebody's trying to run away, that's actually a good way to use it too. If somebody's trying to run away and you're trying to keep them there, you can jump away, leaving this crater so they can't get through a tight spot. Jump behind them, start attacking them, so then you can kind of block them in. So that's the talent build I'm going with. It's not focusing on anything in particular. The abilities definitely could have their place, are very useful, but obviously there's much better talents out there to choose. So we're gonna try with this build and see what we can do. I mean, worst case that happens is we lose, right? That's it. So like I said, I do apologize if you are playing in the match with me today, but we're gonna sacrifice this match for the entertainment of YouTube. So let's see how it goes. So we're gonna queue up for a quick match and see what we get today. Okay, so we got the Cursed Hollow today. We got on the friendly team, we have obviously me, Sonya, we have Li Ming, Tychus, Zagara, and Abathur. And then on the enemy team, we got a Vala, a Sylvanas, a Nubarak, a Zul, and a Nova. Alright, well, this is going to be interesting. Okay, on the Cursed Hollow, what's going to happen is that at certain points, you're going to have these tributes spawn, which will look like these little symbols here. There'll be a ring on the ground. It'll tell you on the map where they're going to spawn and how long you have, and then they'll come up. So you have to collect 3 of these. If you can collect 3 of these before your enemy does, then a curse will apply to their minions and forts, which will stop all of their forts from attacking, and their minions will be dropped to 1 hit point each, so they're really easy to kill. So it's a nice thing. You definitely want to focus on that. Alright, so let's see, level 1, like I said, we're going to go with Endless Fury. So we're going to double our Fury to 200. Well, let's see what we can do. I think I'm going to try out top lane here.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
Looks like most of our team is focusing middle,
5, 4,
which is okay.
3, 2,
I suppose they could definitely harass middle.
let the battle
I'm
begin.
going to come over here, see if we can get some vision. I'm not going to fight too much for it, but if they let me have it, they let me have it. Alright, so a little bit of a fight in the center middle lane there. Well, let's see what we got up here on the top.
Agreed.
Alright, so we got a Zul. Okay, so we're gonna shoot our Q ability out, do a little bit of damage, hit him with a slam, and then I'm really not gonna do a whole lot to start with. Alright, so that was our whirlwind ability there. And I'm going to watch him because he can definitely do some good damage. So I'm going to come over and grab a sippy cup. Shoot that out, do a slam. Alright, we're getting him down pretty good. Do another slam on him. And we're just gonna keep here harassing the field. Oh, and of course Vala had to come up and ruin the party, and she shot me. She shot me. That's okay. Alright.
Agreed.
I think I'm gonna go down middle lane, see if I can help these guys out, harass them pretty well. Maybe I'll go bottom. I'll go bottom. They pinged help bottom. Or they pinged that they were gonna go to bottom, so let's go down there. There's only Abathur. I should really probably go back up to top because there's nobody up there. Alright, so level 4, we're gonna go with Mercenary Lord. Alright. So there we go. So we're on the bottom here. So in 12 seconds, the tribute is going to spawn up here in this circle. So we're gonna see if we can grab it. So far, I don't see any enemy team. So let's see if we can grab the tribute before somebody shows up. And Nova had to snipe me. And I know that was only a hologram, but alright, let's see if we can do some damage here. Alright, so we got Nova down. Let's harass this guy, keep him out of here so that we can grab it. That's what we need to do. Ooh, we got him. Can we grab him? Yeah. Can we get him? Can we get him? Can we get him? I'm out of fury. I'm out of fury. Shoot. Oh. And that stayed too long at the tower. We almost got him, though. That's okay. Another smidget. He was happy to get on the other side of the wall. That's one thing I love about Sonya. Alright, so I'm gonna go to, looks like none of our team is middle lane, so we really need to be soaking some hit points here. We're a little behind. And let's do these guys. And since we took Mercenary Lord, I'm taking less damage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run with these guys. These guys are going to go mid anyways. So level 7, we're going to go with Composite Spear. Did I take that? I did. So that these guys do more damage. If I stay with these guys, we're going to be able to push a little bit more, and that's kind of like the whole point of the talent. So we're going to just do more damage with them. I know my team's kind of up there. Let's see if we can do a little something. We're not going to do anything. Oh, we died again. But you know, we harassed them enough that they get pulled away from the team fight up there. Looks like we're going to need to do something up here, because...
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
So we're going to ping that we're heading that direction. So that they know we're heading for the tribute, because we need to focus on these. That was about all I could do. Somebody get in there. Get in there, get her! Get her, get her! Oh. I think Li Ming was trying to shoot her abilities there, but didn't quite get in there far enough to interrupt her.
Ancients grant me strength.
Alright, and then also the other problem here is that we are now a level behind them, and they have heroics, so we have to watch out for that.
I grow tired.
We have to watch out because they have definitely the tier advantage to us. So we're gonna get head down and get this. We really need to get this tribute before them. Otherwise, they will have a curse on us, and that's the last thing we need. No, they got me.
Your time is over.
Alright, now we have level 10, so we're going to be able to try out this leap and see what we can do with it. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Nice interrupt.
Ancients grant me strength.
That was good plays on her. Good plays. Good interrupts, and it was enough to... It was enough to get her, you know, It was enough interrupts to actually get them backed off and for us to get the tribute, so that was good. So that was some good plays on her part. Alright, so I'm going to pick a lane. I'm going to go up here. See if we can harass this guy here a little bit. Oh, I tried to use my heroic ability, but he killed me right at the end.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
All right,
It's simple.
everybody here, we need to secure this. Otherwise, they will get the first curse. And we don't want that. I'm on my way. I'm hoping I can get up there to do something. Alright, so let's see. Level 13 we're gonna go with Aftershock. Oh, that was bad. So they got the first curse of the game, and we got dead. Most of the team is dead except for Abathur, who's hiding down here. Alright, so we need to get up here and harass them enough to have them stop. Oh man, they're just like plowing through me.
Your foe has fallen.
And the curse ends in 5 seconds. Hopefully we can group up and get the next one.
Volcato smiles on me this day. Agreed.
Alright, let's see if I can come over here and take this. Alright, now I'm gonna come down and try to take... Oh, that's boss. I don't want to take boss.
Let's get on.
I'm gonna try to get these guys down here. Alright. So I'm gonna get out of here, get a sippy cup.
Done.
Alright, level 16, we're gonna go with Imposing Presence. Let's see.
Let's get on with it.
I can't do much to her, but I can keep up with this. Oh, Nova comes up and finishes me off. Oh, man. Alright, so they look like they're in a really good position to grab this one too, but I'm hoping that we can get it. Vala's already there. Anubrax, yeah, they're going to get this one too. They just had way better positioning on that one. Way better position, and we got a big team fight going on here, which didn't really need to happen. I mean, once we were losing that tribute, they should have just pulled out. Now we're all dead.
My wrath shall not be quenched. Direct my fury.
So, since we're all dead, and I don't think they're coming over here, I'm gonna try getting this camp here. Get a little bit of a push presence.
Who gathers enough tribute this time?
Fury.
It seems we've lost a fort.
Well done. This way.
And they grabbed that one already too.
That fort needs help now.
Of course.
So we're gonna come down here and try to defend with everybody. See what we can do.
Tribute or face. The choice. A good effort.
And they just have way more damage than me. I think we're definitely seeing the effects of this build though, because it's just not going too well, and they're probably gonna grab this one too. Yep. So we're gonna have another curse on us. We're 2 levels behind.
The curse falls upon you, heroes.
So we just let them grab 3 tributes in a row. What are we doing? I have killed no one. I've taken a bunch of damage though. I've died 10 times. Have I really died 10 times? Oh my lord. Alright, so we're finally we're at level 20. So we're gonna take the upgrade to the crater here.
Ancients grant me strength.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to do much. These guys are attacking up here, so we need to stop these guys from getting to our core. Till the curse is done.
Of course.
And we have somebody pushing in here, so I'm going to defend here.
And so the curse
While there is still time.
And I died again. Where is our team? They're all dead. That's where our team is. Oh, if they were, they should really push in. Are they gonna go for core? I mean, they have a good 10 more seconds before we can do too much till Li Ming comes in. They could do some substantial damage here. 30 more seconds for 2 more people. Well, they chased them off, so that's good. When did they get boss? Boy, I'm like losing it apparently.
Agreed.
Man, they rooted me and I'm dead. This is going well. I didn't think it was gonna go too well anyway because of the Vala and Zool. Zool just came out in the game, so he's pretty overpowered. Because it's more than just me not doing my part here too. I mean, these guys just have so much damage potential putting out. There's no reason why they can't do this.
I grow tired of your
And that's a good game.
gathered
Not really a good game, but hey. Well, that is what not to do. Now, let's see how... I know we didn't do too well in general as a team. We were kind of scattered a little bit. But I want to see how I did with this build. I definitely didn't last very long. I noticed a big survivability change. You know, I was not keeping the hit points. They killed me way too easy. I mean, I got 12 kills. That's almost more than almost everybody, you know, combined on my team. I did do 42,000 siege, which was last. I did last place for hero damage. I did the least amount of XP contribution, but I think that's because I spent so much time dead. That's definitely the show of what happens when you don't choose the right kind of build. If you don't focus on the hero's strengths, then definitely you're just not gonna perform as well. So I didn't have the hit points regeneration that I would normally have on Sonya. I just didn't have the sustainability like I would normally have, and potentially the damage output. I just wasn't. There was a few times that I felt like I should have been able to take this person down, and it just didn't happen. And I don't know if that was just because it was luck, but I have a feeling that was probably this build. So this is definitely not what to do. Don't do this build. So what not to do is Endless Fury, Mercenary Lord, which was useless most of the time. The Composite Spear, Leap, Aftershock, Imposing Presence, and then the upgrade to Leap, which is the Craters. So this build was just very disjointed. It wasn't focusing on anything in particular. It wasn't buffing anything in particular. Normally, you know, you have ability or two that's your main ability that you just, you know, buff up and make better. Or sustainability, you know, survivability. Just wasn't there. It was way too easy for them to kill me. And I just wasn't putting out the damage like I should have been. Which made for being a tank not very effective. So there you go. There's another edition of Heroes of the Storm. In the comments below, please, you know, let me know who you want me to try out, what kind of builds you like me to do. If you want to see any more of these Don't Do This at Home series, definitely let me know too in the comments. Thumbs up if you like my video, subscribe to keep in touch. I got all kinds of social medias you can hit me up on. We got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I'm everywhere. So we will see you next time.